Alright guys, welcome back. So let's just fix this part of the images from the last video that was not working properly, because if you guys remember, if I click in here on this black t-shirt and I go to my cart, it doesn't show exactly the right image. So let's just fix that. What we had in here from before, if you guys remember these const product images, let's just get rid of these for now. I'm just gonna comment it for now, but then I'm just going to create in here a new function called product images. So it's going to be the same name, okay? But this now is going to be equals to a function. So in here, where I have my product images, instead of me passing the index, okay, I'm going to do product images, and then I'm going to select the actual product that we have in here from our loop, if you guys remember. Okay, so I'm going to pass inside of this function a product. Okay, the current product that we are in. So what I'm going to do in here on this function, I'm going to grab this product. Okay, I'm going to say product. I could give any name in here that I want. And now I'm going to do something like if this product in here. And I want to actually not grab the product, but I want to grab the product.name, okay? Not name, I actually want to call this tag name, okay? So if my product that I'm doing the loop in there, the product.tag name is going to be equals to, for example, gray t-shirt, okay? And all my products, if you guys remember on our state in the reducer, we don't actually have this product.tag name, so let's just create it. I'm going to go to my basket reducer, and if you guys remember, this was our initial state. I'm actually going to create a tag name. Okay, I'm going to create a tag name in here, and now I'm going to give it a name of like this, gray t-shirt, but all lowercase. So gray, this one I'm going to make camel case. Okay, so I got the tag name for this gray t-shirt like that. Okay, and now I'm going to go down here. I'm going to do the same in here. This one is going to be the gray hoodie. Then I'm going to go in here and do the black t-shirt. Okay, and finally, I'm going to go in here to this black hoodie and just put black hoodie. Okay, let me just see if this is all working fine. Okay, so now that we got this, let's go back to our cart. I'm running this function const product images. We take the product from our .map in here, if you guys remember. I'm going to do if product.tag name equals to gray t-shirt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to return, and what I want to return is this variable on the top that actually gives me the source to this image. Okay, so I'm going to return the gray t-shirt variable, which is on the top, if you guys remember. Then I'm just going to do a else if for all the other situations. Okay, I'm going to do else if product, okay, product.tag name equals to gray hoodie. What do I want to return? I want to return the gray hoodie variable, okay, that gives me the source to this image. Okay, and I'm just going to do exactly the same thing for all the other two products that are missing. Okay, so we got the black t-shirt now. Okay, and we got the black hoodie. Okay, so all of these now should work fine, and we should see the actual correct image in here. Let's try it out. I'm going to add these. A gray hoodie and a black t-shirt. So gray hoodie, black t-shirt, all good. Okay, so let me just refresh the page to get rid of everything. I'm going to try this time the black hoodie and the gray t-shirt. Okay, gray t-shirt, black hoodie. So we are all fine with this. Okay, now that we got all these images coming up correctly, what we're going to do now is just click in here on these add quantities, so we can change the quantities of these products, and the same in here, increase, decrease. So what we're going to do now in here is I'm just going to create a function You guys remember in here, these kind of arrows? Okay, I'm gonna go in here on these arrows and I'm gonna put an on click. Okay, I'm gonna do an on click. And when I click on this, I'm gonna run a function called product quantity. Let me just see. Yeah, this is fine. Product quantity. And when I click this one, this in here is going to be the arrow that is decreasing. So I'm going to pass in here, okay, a string saying decrease. So I'm going to copy this. And now on this arrow, this one in here on the right, I'm going to do this function to run product quantity. And instead of saying decrease, I'm going to say increase. Okay, this function, product quantity, does not exist at the moment. So I'm going to actually create it on my actions. So for that, first of all, I'm going to go in here to the top. So I'm going to go to the top and I'm going to do import. And I'm going to say product quantity. And I'm going to import these from where? From my, I need to go one level up because if you guys remember, we are inside of components. Then I need to go inside of actions and then I'm going to go inside this product quantity file. Okay. This product quantity file does not exist. We will create it in a second. But don't forget also that we need to bring these in here from our reducer. Okay, so I got the product quantity from down here. And now I also need to pass it in here on my props. Because when you guys grab these in here from the reducer, okay, you also need to import it in here in your props. Okay, we are destructuring this like this. If you guys don't put it like what we have in here, you should just go, when you call this function in here, you should have to do props.product quantity, because we just destructured in here on the top. We don't need to put the props.product quantity. Okay, now that this is done, let's actually create this file, product quantity. So let's go in here to actions, new file. I'm going to call this product quantity.js. So product.quantity.js. Now, what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to do an import. Okay, I need to import two actions. Okay, two types of actions. One is going to be if I want to increase. Another one is going to be if I want to decrease. So I'm going to put in here an increase quantity. And I'm going to put another one, which is going to be decrease quantity. And I want to import these from, okay, /types. Okay, we don't have these types at the moment, so let's just create it quickly. Just copy these two. I'm going to put it in here. Okay, I'm going to copy this 2 times. Now I want to do the increase quantity. So I'm going to put in here the same. And then I want this decrease quantity. Okay, so this is all done. So let's go back to our products quantity. Now that I got these, I'm going to start in here, export const product quantity. And this is going to be a function. And then inside, I need to return, just as before, a dispatch. Okay. I'm going to return a dispatch. And for now, I'm just going to put in here a console.log of inside product quantity. This is just for us to know when we click those buttons that we are actually inside of this action. But this action needs to take two things. Needs to take the action. So the action is going to be either increase or decrease. Okay. And then we actually need to grab the name of the object itself, the name of the product. So let me just see in here. Where do I have? I'm going to have in here on my cart. Do you guys remember in here when we call this product quantity? Okay, I want to pass in the action, which is going to be increase or decrease, but I also want to pass the product dot tag name, okay, which we just created before, if you guys remember. Okay, so I'm passing these two things. Let me go to my action in here. I'm actually going to say in here inside product quantity, and I'm going to put another console.log saying the action is, okay, and I'm going to put in here action, and then I'm going to put another console.log to do for the name, so we know which one is the actual product that we are clicking on, to make sure that we got all of these. The product name is name. Okay, let's see if this is working. Let's go in here. I'm going to click on this black t-shirt. Okay, I added it in here. I'm going to open my console. I'm going to go to the console. We got some warning in here. We're going to figure it out in a second. But first of all, let me just clear this. If I click in here, look, inside of the product quantity, this is the action. And then the action is increased. That's correct because I clicked this one. And the product name is black t-shirt. Perfect. If I'm going to click in here, inside of the product quantity, the action is decrease, and then the product name is black t-shirt. So it's all working fine, okay? Let me just go back to my cart. You guys remember this kind of small warning that we had in there? That's because when you do a dot map, a loop, this is our loop, okay? Let me just select all of this. When you do a loop and you are returning something, you should actually give an ID to the main parent. So I'm going to put in here a key. The key is going to be with our index. So this is just for React in here to not complain, because it says that every children from this dot map needs to have a unique key. So we put in here a key of the index, okay? So this should sort out our problem. Okay, so what's the next thing that I want to do in here? Let me just see. The next thing that I want to do is, after all these console.logs, I want to dispatch, okay? I want to dispatch something to my reducers. And what do I want to dispatch? First of all, I'm going to put in here a type, okay? The type is going to be an action, okay? If my action is equal, remember guys, this was the action, is going to be increase or decrease. So if my action is going to be equals to increase, I'm going to use the ternary operator, which says like this. If this, in here, this comparison is true, if action equals to increase, what I want to send to my reducer is going to be my increase quantity. Okay. And then after this colon means that if this is true, if action, my actual action that I'm clicking on is increase, I'm going to send this to my reducer, this type of increase quantity. If this is false, okay, if this comparison is false, this part after the colon is going to run. And what is it? It's going to be decrease quantity. Okay, so I got this, and also I want to pass the payload, okay? This could be any name that you want, but we usually call it payload. And the payload is going to have the name, okay, of the product that we're clicking on. Okay, so we are passing these into our reducer. So let's go into our basket reducer. Okay, let me scroll. And one thing that I actually want to do in here, guys, is if you guys remember from our add quantity that we had from before, I don't want to call this add quantity because it doesn't make too much sense. We call this product, okay, because when we actually do this product selected, okay, this product selected is going to be whatever is your product selected. So I'm just going to name it like that. Okay, you need to make sure that you update your code. Okay, all of these and in here. Look, I'm going to say one more time. Product selected in here, update in here, and then down here. Okay, right. So if you guys remember, let me just go back in here from our action. It was not this one. Which one was it? It was our product quantity. We are sending increase quantity or decrease quantity. So let's go in here to our cases. I'm going to copy this. First of all, I'm just going to copy these 2 times. Okay. One is going to be this increase quantity. Okay. And the other one is going to be the decrease quantity. So decrease quantity. Obviously, these 2 types of actions needs to be imported on the top, just like from before. I'm going to increase quantity and I'm going to put another one, which is going to be decrease. Okay. Now that we got both of these things, what I want to do is, let me go increase quantity. I want to start first of all with the product selected is going to be equals to, okay, it's going to be the same thing like we had in here. Okay. I'm going to create a new object and then I'm going to do state. Okay. The state is to grab all of these that we have from before. Then I want to go inside of the products. Okay. The products is, if you guys remember, this part. Okay. And then I'm going to put inside of the products, where was it? Inside of these products, I want to grab the one that has the name of the product. Okay. So if you guys remember, the name of the product is going to come as a tag name. Let's say I click on the black t-shirt. This is going to be the same like having this. Look, I'm just going to put in here for you. State.products. And then square brackets, the action.payload, it was the name. If you guys remember, it could be, for example, black t-shirt, like this. Okay, so if you do something like this, for example, if you click on the black t-shirt, it will give you access to this object and this, all of these. So you can access everything inside of it. Okay, so let me just comment this one out. This was just to show you if you don't remember exactly. Okay, so now that I got this product selected, what I want to do after is I just want to increase the numbers, because if I'm increasing it, product selected dot numbers is going to be a plus equals 1. This is to increase it, because look, if I select this black t-shirt, okay, there is these numbers, okay, there is these key numbers that we can increase. Okay, after I increase this, what I can do is return a new state, okay, with a copy from the state from before. Then I also want to update the cart cost, of course, to be the state.cart cost. This is what was there from before. And then I want to put in the new price of this product that we are just increasing, which is state.products. State.products, and if you guys remember, we can actually go and just do the same thing like in here. Okay, let me just put in here state.products and then dot price, of course. Okay, now that I got this, then I can just update the products. The products, as you guys remember, look, so far we were updating the cart cost. Now let's update the products, okay? So what do I want to do in here with the products? First of all, I'm going to copy all the products from the state from before. So basically, look, I'm going to go inside of the products, copy all of these, the same thing. That's what I'm doing in here with this spread operator. I'm doing the state products, making a copy, and then I actually want to go and grab the action.payload. This is the same thing like putting in here, for example, the key of, if I was clicking on the black t-shirt, just as an example, black t-shirt, okay, and then have something like the actual product selected that we did from before. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to put this black t-shirt. This is what the action.payload is doing. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it in here. Okay, so this should be what happens if we increase the quantity. Let's just check if this is working or not. Okay, I'm going to go in here onto the gray t-shirt. So I clicked it once, goes to the cart. I'm gonna go in here now. Look, I'm gonna click 1, and we already got some errors. Product selected before initialization. I think the problem is we need to actually, we got this product selected being used a couple of times. So let's just put it in here on the top like this. Okay, as an empty. And then let's just get rid of this. Okay, and now we can use the product selected anytime that we want. Okay, let's go gray t-shirt again. We add it in here. If I'm gonna click, look, I have two things now. Before they were $12, look, the price, because I have two now is 24. This is the basket total. Let me go one more time. I'm gonna have now 36. 36, that's it. So this is working. Let's now just do the same thing in here for the decrease quantity. So I'm gonna copy everything because it's gonna be the exact same thing. So I'm gonna copy everything. This time, instead of adding the numbers, I'm gonna put -1. Okay, so I'm gonna refresh. Let me go to the home. I'm gonna add some gray hoodie. Now, look, I'm gonna increase, for example, for 2. Okay, I got 70. I'm gonna do one more, it's gonna be 105. Okay, 105. If I want to reduce, look, 70. Okay, but as you guys can see, now the cart cost, it was not updated in here. So what we need to do in here with the cart cost is also we need to put a minus, because I forgot about this. Okay, I'm gonna actually add two products this time, the gray t-shirt and black t-shirt. Let's go in here. I'm gonna increase these once for 12. Okay, look, this should be updated. 24, 38. I'm gonna decrease it and goes back to normal. Now there's one problem in here, which is if you click in here, look, you go into minus. You don't want to have minus quantity and minus the value of of this cart in here. So what we're gonna do is, after I have my product selected, okay, I'm gonna do an if statement. If my product selected, okay, dot numbers. Remember guys, this is the product selected that we are grabbing from our state. So I'm gonna put in here, if my product selected dot numbers equals to 0, okay, I want to my product selected dot numbers to be equals to 0. That's it. Else, okay, it means that the product numbers is greater than 0. Okay, it could be 1 or whatever. I'm just gonna update the product selected numbers to be -1. Okay, so let me refresh the page. I'm gonna go in here, gray t-shirt, black t-shirt. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna increase the quantity to 3 in this one. And now I'm gonna reduce these ones to 0. Look, this is all working fine, but in here still our basket total is going to negative. But in here, as you can see, the total is all fine. Okay, so let me just do one thing in here. I'm gonna create a new variable. Let new cart cost is equals to 0, for example. And now if my product selected numbers is equals to 0, I want my new cart cost is going to be equals to just the cart cost. Okay, we don't want to change it, but if we actually change this, I want my new cart cost to be equals to state.cart cost like this. I'm going to cut this out and I'm going to put it in here like that. Okay, now my cart cost is going to be equals to the new cart cost. Okay, so let's try it out one more time. I'm going to add these and this. Okay, this is 2 times. I'm going to click and look, nothing happens. Still stays the same because it's 3 items. If I put 1, 12, and it never goes under 0. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. We are almost done with our application, so we can add things into the cart. We can see all of the images. We can see the price. We can change the quantities. We can see the total. We can manage the quantities as you guys have seen. Now there's one last video which will be, if you click in one of these buttons, is actually going to remove all these items. So for example, I have in here 3 quantities of this gray t-shirt. I'm just going to remove all of them. And that's going to be it for our project. So I'll see you in the next video.